Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Camp Financial Stock Market Update. So today we're going to go over what happened on Friday. This is November the 7th, so that would have been November the 4th. So all three indexes kind of started lower, bounced at 10, and led, was up most of the day before at about 3 o'clock. It looks like they all dropped back below the start for the day and ended up turning negative. Dow and the Nasdaq both losing 0.24%, and the S&P 500 losing 0.17%. And I guess before we go into the specifics of that day, expect today to go, I would say, quite a bit higher. It seems to be the markets and the pre-market are indicating a higher open based on Hillary not being found guilty, where the market had originally priced in a Hillary win. Most of last week's sell-off was primarily driven by fear of a Trump win, because, well, not because the market is fearful of Trump winning, but because the market is used to the status quo, and so when things don't go the way the traders expect things to go, the way they're used to having them go, that's when fear creeps in, and you see the market sell off like it did. So with that, let's take a look. Healthcare performed really well on Friday. Let's see if we can get it up over here. There we go. Generic drug manufacturers all up pretty good. Biotechs pretty much all up. Medical appliances and equipment up. Hospitals up. Yeah, pretty much green across the board. Healthcare plans pretty much all up. Anthem down a little bit. United Healthcare down just a little bit. And then the major drug manufacturers all up. So big day in the healthcare sector. My guess is you'll probably see a biotech sell off a little bit today, because that's been one of the major industries that Hillary has talked about as far as not being real fond of. So I would think that now that some of the fear of Hillary not winning is going to back out of the market, you'll start to see those stocks that people feared would do poorly with a Hillary win, you'll start to see them sell back off again. So some other ones, Starbucks did pretty well. Communication, Motorola did real well. CBS Corp did pretty good. Airlines were all up, so it's pretty interesting day on Friday. See if I can get my spreadsheet pulled up. So I've been working on getting my stocks transferred into a portfolio on Google Docs and off of Excel, because on Google Docs I can just put in the stock, and I guess bigger story first. So what I do is I track all of my stocks. So I'll put in how many shares I have of each stock. So that helps me figure out how I'm doing month to month overall, since I've been using the different systems. So with the original system that I started investing with, I've gotten quite a few of, actually I pretty much got it completely updated now, as far as the current month. So But what I'm doing with that is on um, the Google Doc. So I have in the first column uh, the stock symbol. In the second column, I have the day that I bought it. And then it goes across clear from uh, when I originally started using this system back in 2010 or 11. I'm not sure which one. When did I start? 2010, late 2010. So the system's been around for just about 6 years exactly. But then I've got a column for each month end all the way through to current date. Then on the current date, what I've done is I put the amount of shares that I have and then multiply it by, and it's a formula in Google Finance or in Google Docs called Google Finance. And then you can just put in, so what I've done is type Google Finance, then you've got the parentheses, and then I'll put in a whatever. So if I'm looking at, for example, on my spreadsheet, PKG is the stock in the 40th row. So I'll look up Google, so I'll go Google Finance, look up A40, and then it imports the price and it multiplies it out and shows me, pretty much on a live stream where my stocks are at for the day. So as well as end of day and everything else. And then at the end of the month, I'll close it out, pull that column forward, and then I'll go back and close out at month end, what the end of November ended up being. So with all of that being said, right now in the month of November, you've got this system for me is down 1.98%. The Dow is down 1.93%, or the S&P is down 1.93%. The Dow is down 1.4%, and the Nasdaq is down 2.75%. Again, when I get this all caught up, I'll probably post the link pretty often to my Facebook page so people can play along, follow along if they like. But yeah, so that system is just a little behind the market right now for the month. I need to get the other systems both on here. I've got the stocks that they are on here. I'm tracking those stocks already, but I haven't set it up like this system on Google Docs yet. And I do like this system. It helps to definitely helps to track. But for example, like the one system is focused on following trends and buying stocks at the right time based on where they are trending price wise. And that system is actually well ahead of the S&P 500 for the month. So I don't have the exact numbers because I haven't put that information on the spreadsheet yet, but when it gets up there, we'll be able to track it a lot easier going forward. So that's really it for today. I don't have any specific stocks to talk about, but if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, chrism@campfinancial.net, and I'd love to start answering viewer and listener questions on the podcast, as it helps, gives me ideas of what people are looking for, what people want to know about, and by doing that, I can make this more valuable to everybody that listens. So that's it, guys. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.